So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to start a new concept in Python that is called comprehension. So guys, what is comprehension? How to create this comprehension? Then what is the use of this comprehension? Then what different type that's available in Python? Each and everything we are going to see now. So guys, if I tell you what is comprehension, so guys, comprehension is nothing but it's provide a concise and effective way to create a new sequence from a existing one. Means if I try to tell you sequence means our collection data type, list, table, set, dictionary. Okay, now if I want to create a new sequence from the existing one, then in that case we can use this comprehension. But it is create in a simplest way, or we can say that in a effective way. Okay, so comprehension provide it provide a concise and effective, or we can say that efficient way also, or we can say that effective as well as the efficient way to create a new sequence, create a new sequence from the existing one. Means already one sequence will be there. Now if I want to create a new sequence from existing one, then in that case we can use this comprehension. So guys, in Python there are four types of comprehension. In Python, the tuple comprehension is not possible because every time if I try to create this tuple comprehension, it return a tuple object. Okay, in the upcoming session we are try to discuss more about that. Okay, so now I'll be write the types of comprehension. Okay, types of, so there are four types of comprehensions are there. First one called list comprehension, second one called set comprehension, third one called dictionary comprehension, and last one we called our generator comprehension. Okay, so each and everything we are going to see now. And the fourth one called our generator comprehension. Okay, so now we are going to start through this list comprehension. Okay, so guys, to create this list comprehension means we are trying to create a new list, okay, from the existing one, or we can say that if I want to create some coding logic also, by this way we can create easily, because it will be easy to also creating different sequence collection data type. Okay, now guys, before we are going to start implementing the each and every comprehension, guys, what is the use case of this? Means if I try to create this one, then what is the benefit? Because we have already know how to create a list, how to create a table, how to create a set, how to create a dictionary. Then what is the advantages? So here we can say that the advantages of this one, it is a shorter code. Okay, means if I try to use this one, it will be create small line. Okay, means if I try to run a for loop on a list, it will be taking two lines, but in a single line we can do that particular things. Okay, so first point will be say that shorter code. Then the second one is faster execution, because we are trying to write the code in a single line. So that's why we can say that the execution also it's fast, because there will be no multiple lines we need to execute. Okay, and the last one we called our easy to read. Means if I try to write a code in a single line, we don't need to go to different line. In a single line, we can find each and everything. If any issue also there, we can resolve that particular things. Okay. Now we are going to start the list comprehension. So guys, to create a new list, we have two or three syntax. Means we are going to see each and everything, okay, by the help of our example. Okay, now if I try to use this list comprehension, so every time first we are try to use the symbol for that. Okay, so guys, if I try to create a list, first we need to give this square bracket. Okay, so the syntax one for this list is, so if I try to write syntax one, so now first you need to keep the square bracket. Okay, because we are trying to create a list comprehension, that's why I'm passing this list symbol. So here you need to pass the syntax is value and you can write a for loop. Means if I try to run a loop on a iterable, means we are trying to create a new sequence from a existing one. Okay guys, so in that case we can use this syntax. Also if I try to use nested for loop also, it's okay. Okay, the second syntax for this one will be you need to use two time loops. So here first, every time you just need to print the value. So here I am passing value 1 and the second one called our value 2. Then here you can use for loop 1 and another one called our for loop 2. Means we can create a single loop also, we can create a double loop also. Okay, means the for loop inside a for loop. Now we are going to see some example related to this one. Okay guys, if my requirement will be I want to print 1 to 5, okay, by the help of our list comprehension. So every time if I try to use this list comprehension, first you need to print that particular thing, because if I try to store in a variable, after that also you are trying to print that particular thing. So here I am directly printing that particular things. Okay, so now my requirement will be I want to print 1 to 5, means up to 5 I want. So here first the syntax will be says that first you need to write the value. So here every time I just need to print the value. So here I am passing the variable called our val. Then here I need to run a loop on that, because I need to generate that particular things guys, right? So here I am writing for element, okay, because I need to provide the value. In the first place I need to give the variable name which I want to display, or we can say that output I want. So here now first I am passing the value, then here I need to run a for loop. So how to run a for loop? So for then I need to provide the variables. Then here we can use this in keyword. Then my requirement will be I want to print 1 to 5, means up to 5. So here I can directly pass 6. Okay guys, just see. Now if I try to run this one, so it will be print from 1 to 5, because here I am passing up to 6. Okay, so this range will be generating up to that number less than 1, because here I am passing 6, so it will be generating up to 5. So now I just want to run this one. So how the control flow will going to work, each and everything we are going to see now. Guys, just see. Now guys, suppose if your requirement will be you want to take the user input, means based on the user input this range needs to satisfy. So here you can create two more variables. So now if I try to take the user input, so here I'm passing the start variable and here I'm storing enter the starting range. Okay, so here I can use that one, and after I'm getting the starting range, here I need to use the ending range. So here I need to typecast. So enter the ending range. Okay. So after I'm getting this, here I just need to pass the two variables. So now first I need to pass start, then I need to pass end plus 1. Okay guys. So now if I try to run this one, so every time first it needs to take the user input, then only it will be start implementing the logic. Okay guys, just see. First it will be ask me for the starting range. So here I need to pass the starting range. So now I need to pass the starting range called 1, and the ending range here if I'm passing 20, so it will be generating up to 20. Okay, because here I am using end plus 1. Okay, so this is the simplest way to create this one. Guys, if I'm not creating this list comprehension, if I try to manually create, so now if I try to create in manually, first you need to use the for in my range. So here you need to pass the start comma end plus 1. Again, you need to print each and everything. Now this is the simplest way, means here we are writing two lines, but here in our list comprehension, we can write in a single line. Both are same, but it is faster to execute, because each and everything it will be stored in our iterable, or we can say that in our sequence. Okay guys, so now this is the example of our one for loop. Okay, now if my requirement will be I want to use two loop on that. So how it going to happen? We are going to see now. So guys, here we are trying to print the means the pair value. Means if I'm taking in a loop, first I need to take from 1 to 5, and on the other hand I need to take also 1 to 5. Means I at a time I just want to run two for loop. So how it going to happen? Each and everything we are going to see now. So here first, every time if I try to run this one, the list comprehension, first you need to give the syntax. Okay, so here I'm passing this square bracket. So now I need to pass two variables. So here I'm passing value 1 and value 2. Okay, now I just want to run two for loop. So here I'm passing for value 1 in range. I need to start from 1 up to 5. Then here you don't need to give any comma. Directly you can create your second for loop. So here I am passing 1 comma 5. Okay, both are same. Can I just see as of now, if I try to run this one, it will be give me error. Why? I'll tell you. If I try to use this one, means here we are trying to pair this one. So here you need to pass a sequence. So now if I try to pass a sequence called my tuple, means each and everything I am getting from this range, I need to store in my tuple. Means it will be storing list inside tuple. Okay, now if I try to run this one, so it will be taking one value from my range 1 and the second value from my range 2. Guys, just see here if I'm changing the collection data type. Okay, guys, just now if I try to use the table, sorry, the list, then it will be store list inside this list. Guys, just see means here you can use any collection data type symbol. Okay, so how the control flow will going to work? Guys, when this list comprehension will going to execute, now we are going to see the control flow of this one. So now here I am storing this one. Okay, so we are trying to use this one to how the each and every controller will going to work. Guys, just see first if I try to run this one, so when this list comprehension start expecting this output, then how it going to happen? Each and everything we are trying to see now. So first the range means the first range will be going to activated. So here it will be first generating the first range. So here first it will become the first number to this value, and at the same time the range 2 also getting activated. Means the range it will be start from 1 to 5, it will be stored in our value 1, and the second range the value 2 will be stored in case of our value 2. Okay, now the each and everything it will be start executing until the each and every number will be not generating from this range. After the iteration will be complete, at the end it will be print all the value, that value will be generating from these loops. Okay, guys, so this is the simplest way to execute a list comprehension. Okay, so guys, we are seeing the two syntax, means we can use loops or we can use two loops. Now if my requirement will be if I want to use the if else condition, because in our procedural oriented or functional oriented we can use inside a loop any conditional block. Okay, now this is possible in case of our list comprehension or not, we are trying to see now. So the third syntax for this one, if I try to use any if else condition, so here first you need to pass your square bracket. So first you need to give your value, then here you need to run a loop. After getting this loop, now you are trying to use your if condition. Okay, means every time first you need to pass your value, then here you need to give your loop. After that you need to give your if condition. So how it going to happen, we are trying to see in our VS code. Okay, so now my question will be write a program. Okay, write a program to find even index element, okay, from a string. Write a program to find even index position from a string. So guys, here I need to take a user input as a string, and I need to find the every index position, means the even index position. So how to do that, each and everything we are going to see now. So guys, if I try to find the even index. So now we need to use the range function, because without using this range function we cannot get this index position. If I try to use the enumerate function, it's okay, but we are trying to use in case of our list comprehension. So here, after we are passing this for loop, now inside that we need to give a condition that if the index position is modular division double equal to 2. So in that case, if this condition becoming satisfied, then that time I need to get only the index position. Okay, so means if I'm passing a string called here, if I'm passing a string called Triaright, okay, means it will be generating only even index. So this t will be a even, this I will be a even, because the index position it will be starting from 0 only. So I, then r, but I don't want to print this value, I need to print the even index. Okay, after I am generating this even index we can print the value. Okay, so now we are going to try to use this concept using our list comprehension. So first I need to take a string. So here after I'm getting a string, because I don't need in the form of our integer, so I can directly pass the input function. So here I'm writing enter the string. Okay guys, so after getting the string, now I need to use the list comprehension. So the list comprehension says that first you need to pass your value. So here I'm passing the index. Okay, because here we are trying to get the index value. Okay, so now I just want to run a loop on that. So here I'm passing, guys, both the value you are passing means here you are creating a variable, guys, right? So here every time you just need to print that thing, so the both value and these variables need to be same. Okay, so for ind in range, because we need that particular index value, so here I need to pass the s, because I want in a dynamically way. Okay, after I am getting this for loop, now I need to use the condition. So here I am passing if ind modular division 2 double equal to 0, then only in that case I just want to print. So guys, here I need to inside the for loop I need to print. Okay, so yeah guys, now how the controller will going to work, each and everything we are trying to see now. So first I need to print that one, then only we are trying to see the control flow of this one. Now if I try to take the string as Triaright, okay guys, just see it will be print all the even index position. Okay, means based on the string we can find. Now if my requirement will be at the even index position, I want the value also. So in that case, here we can use the indexing. So how to get that? Because we are trying to find the indexing, so here you need to pass your variable name in the place of our indexing. So now whenever this condition becoming satisfied, means in the place of our 0, 4, 8, 6, at that particular index position which value we are getting, now it will be printing. So guys, just see that first it will be taking the same input prior, right? If I try to print this one, it will be print all the value that present in place of our index value. Okay, means 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so how the controller will going to work, now we are going to see now. So come to my pen. So here I am passing this code. So first it will be getting executed from starting from our for loop. Okay, so means first it will be taking the string from user input, now it will be stored in our memory. So now the for loop says that we need to generate the index position. So first it will be generating the index position at 0. So after it will be generating this index position, directly it will be come to my if condition, because we are passing condition. If we are not passing this if condition, it will be directly come to this value, but here we are passing the condition. So the controller first need to check this condition, means the as of now my ind value it will be 0. So 0 modular division 2 double equal to 0. If this condition becoming satisfied, means if this condition becoming satisfied, that time it needs to come to this value. If this condition becoming false, means after first iteration my ind value becoming 1. So now if I try to check 1 modular division to double equal to 0. So in this case, this value becoming false. So here it will become to my else part. So here we are not writing else part. So it will be directly come to my range function and it will be start updating the new value. So then the new value will be becoming 2. Just like that, based on the length of that particular string, it needs to generate. Okay. So guys, this is the simplest way to print that particular thing. Now, if I'm not using this list comprehension, you need to take a loop on inside the loop. You want to run a if, means we can print in a single line. So this is our helpful to create any code by the help of our comprehension. So guys, that's all for this session. In our upcoming session, we are going to discuss more example related to our comprehension. So thanks for watching. Triaright.